Okay, so on the main screen when it starts up, it shows you all the different channels that have been configured. It shows you the last message on each channel, which automatically sorts to the in the historic order. And top row is slightly larger to make it easier if you're looking at this in a car or something. Along the top, you've got the current signal strength. You've got a meter that's showing you signals that are going on. Oops, tapped it by mistake. So you can see those are the signals that it's actually reading. It's a low noise floor. There's a message that's just come in. That was an announcement. You can see it's going out when it's repeated. The announcement is, you may have heard a Morse tone for A to say it's an announcement. And if there was a channel message coming in on the channel, it would have done a C, so that you can tell that it's coming from a channel. And if it's a direct message, it would have been a D. So you can also see it's just slightly dimmed the screen for you automatically. Along next to it, the red arrow is saying that the GPS is on, but it's not locked right now. I've got a little bit of formatting next to it. The battery formatting issues. The battery, it says it's 100%. So that's because I'm connected over USB at the minute. And then next to it, it's got the real-time clock. And that real-time clock, because we've not got GPS, it automatically connected to my Wi-Fi and got the clock from NTP, and then shut down the Wi-Fi so that it's not draining the battery. It will come back every hour to resync the RTC to make sure that your clock's always in sync. Same thing goes with GPS. When it's on GPS, it will sync with GPS, but then it will go put the GPS into a saver mode and only go and sync the clock once an hour, just to make sure the RTC is up to date. When we're on this screen, if we want to go and see the message that's in the list, so we go to the public list, just tap that, we can then see the messages. I need to add the timestamps on these. Obviously, I'm sure you know that on the TDeck we can't do the emojis. Seems like everybody's using emojis now, which is a real pain. So what I've had to do is strip out the emojis so that it doesn't make a load of mess, because usually you get a square like this and they've got it actually in the name, which is, again, I find it quite distracting. But anyway, I've stripped it out from the text, and you can see here I can scroll back through the text. I've actually got quite a lot of history in here. Anyway, hit the up arrow to go back. In fact, let me just go back into public. I don't have a local repeater, like I'm not going to be repeating, so I can just send out here test, and that will have just sent the message out, and I can just see it on my my node here that it's just bounced. So so that's me sending a message. Let me think what else we've got. So this will show you the node list, the little telephone handle. It's just silly icon, but it's showing me all those all the nodes that have been seen. I need to do some work on this. Want to get it sorted in the order that they're actually seen at the moment. It just seems to be some random timestamp that's on there. If I want to add a new channel, if I long press, I can go to add channel. And I can, at the moment, I've only tested joining the public channel, so it's a little bit off the screen, but I can just type in here, hello. I don't need to put the hash, enter, and it will now have created at the bottom. If I can scroll, come on, stupid thing. The scroll needs work too. I see these windows will scroll, but there'll be one. Where's it gone? It's gone. Anyway. Something crazy going on there, but anyway, normally that would be all right, and that doesn't seem like it's got my hello channel. So anyway, that's something I need to look at. It's working perfectly, the usual sort of thing. It works okay when you're not in a demo. This one would give you the details if you've got GPS. It'll tell you all about the connections. It will also have the list of the signals that you can see, and then it would also give you a polar plot of the satellites. So sort of thing that you'd normally expect on a satellite view. Icon down here allows you to change things about the display, like the brightness, or even now I've got time so that I can switch to night mode at a certain time, and I can do screensaver, so I can do a 3-stage, just so that it will dim down, but then maybe like go completely off after a certain period of time. It's not actually going off. I can tap the screen. I didn't like to have to tap the button all the time, but I can tap the screen and it will wake the screen up. Radio allows me to change the what presets I'm using. It will also allow me to update the node name. Hardware allows me to set up the GPS and Wi-Fi. Notifications is interesting, so you may have noticed that there's some text notifications just like that, where this is now because we're not on the screen that shows messages, it gives you, when a message comes in while we're on this screen, it will give it you along the bottom. This is what notifications, so I can change that. See, like to Andy, you've just discovered your node. This has got an auto dismiss of 5 seconds. We can put that a bit longer, so we've got some time to look. We've got sound enabled at the moment, so while that's on, I can set the volume. So if I make it louder, I can test how loud it is. So I can set it to the sort of volume I want, right? And I've also got it so that if if you're looking at it from a Morse perspective, you don't want it to be slow Morse, so I tend to have it up at higher, at something like 40 words a minute, so it'll be a very quick notification, so it's not so annoying. Yeah, so that's notifications. You see that's a lot quicker, and that was my node that's just been discovered. And then it tells you what firmware. It's not loading it will show you your node ID, but basically allow you to clear down all the settings from the SD card or reboot. So anyway, that's where I am right now. Still stuff to do, but thought I'd give you a quick whistle tops tour of it, so you can try it out and see what you think.